Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another video at Mr. GDB Official. Thanks all for your support. Just saying it straight, 63,000 subs is amazing. Thanks to everyone buying the merch on the website. There's not much left. And thanks for just watching the channel and supporting all the social media. Now, I had a million messages when the TV programme, the Motorway Hotel, came out on Channel 5. Some people said they couldn't find it, couldn't see it, couldn't view it, whatever. Well, I've obviously had a little bit of time today, so I've edited the video into small segments. I'm just going to put it out there. Obviously, the video is called the Motorway Hotel, which is the Moat House just off junction 13. It is an absolute beautiful hotel. And the actual series, which there is 4 series, which are available to view on Channel 5 or My 5, you can play it back. It's actually really good, so I strongly recommend if you're sitting at home, you've got not much to do, chuck it on the telly. It's actually a really good watch, and the place is absolutely beautiful. So if you do fancy going out for a nice meal, Moat House is the place to go. Obviously, I've edited the video into small segments where it just obviously shows me, not obviously the whole programme. Get your cup of tea at the ready or your coffee and some biscuits and enjoy the few little clips of me on the TV with Channel 5. And I have had a couple of other emails of a few other things that might be in a pipeline in the future, but you are going to have to stay tuned for that. The best thing that's going to happen soon is going to be the GDB Weekly. I've obviously got the new media man from Rough Media, so I'm hoping we're going to make the YouTube channel very similar to a kind of a TV standard, and it just makes it a lot more enjoyable to obviously watch and view the content. So if you like what you see, give us a little like, give us a subscribe, Gareth Gates, and I'll see you all soon at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.
Here in the English countryside, in amongst the greenery and wildlife. Perhaps an overnight stay in a 14th century inn, boasting seductive accommodation, afternoon tea, cool drinks on a summer's day. Or maybe you'd like something a little livelier. Yes, in the heart of the West Midlands, just a few minutes off the M6, is a hotel.
Good morning, the Moat House. Chloe speaking. How can I help?
Offering sumptuous rooms with a bird's eye view of the UK's longest motorway.
The M6 is the heart of the whole country, so it's a very, very busy network.
Where frantic commuters can get away from the delays and hold-ups.
Report of obstruction. How many times did you see that on the motorway?
Weary drivers can escape the hell of a bank holiday tailback for a spot of dinner at Derby.
Perfect, to be honest. A lovely stay.
And truckers can refuel with some grub in the bar.
Bangers and mash, please.
In the Motorway Hotel, it's all this and more.
People just came 5 minutes off the motorway. They find gems of places like this.
Enjoy your stay. This time,
Cooking for the ages is always, a nerve-wracking thing.
it's make or break for head chef James as he tries to create a brand new menu for his boss's approval.
You do not want to be doing any work on the driver's side on this motorway. Dangerous as hell.
Recovery man Greg dices with death to rescue a couple from a lethal section of the M6.
On the road, there's a lane closed on the M6 at junction 15 northbound. There's an overturned car in the outside
Within earshot of the hotel is the rumble of 6 lanes of high-speed traffic, where one hotel regular earns his somewhat dangerous livelihood. Recovery truck driver Greg Berger.
Glasgow, Portsmouth, London, Kent, Brighton, Yorkshire, you name a place, I have been there. Beautiful. But nowadays, I just tend to focus on being the #1 for the local breakdown service. Okay, let's go.
The constant avalanche of breakdown calls usually keeps Greg tied to his tow truck, but today he has 30 minutes to spare and he's hungry.
Just finished a job just off the motorway junction 13, and I just thought I'd pop down to the Moat House on my lunch break before we get back to it. It's a very busy industry, it's a very busy network of the motorway, and as soon as you get a little gap, you just got to refuel and then on to the next one. Just 1 second. Vehicle breakdown, how can I help?
It seems the scores of distressed motorists out there are no respecters of a man's need for some rest and refreshment.
We can have somebody there on the out.
Before he's dragged back into the maelstrom of the M6, Greg has a moment to reflect on one of the first times he came here.
I come here when I was 16 and I was at my school prom, which was nearly half a lifetime ago. Certainly brings a few flashbacks for sure, yeah, 100%.
But no sooner back in his driving seat, yet another distress call.
Vehicle breakdown, how can I help?
Time to get back to it, Greg. Looks like it's just going to be a Yorkie bar for you today. The hotel is just like its noisy neighbour, the M6. There's never a dull moment.
Welcome to Junction 15, Stoke-on-Trent.
Recovery man Greg needs to locate a couple stranded on a dangerous part of the motorway.
We just had a job come in to collect a Vauxhall Mariva, so we're just going to fly out there now, pick them up off the motorway, and we're going to get them to a place of safety.
This stretch of motorway from the hotel's junction up to Stoke has recently been made into a smart motorway, meaning there's no hard shoulder for broken down cars.
The M6 is the heart of the whole country, so it's a very, very busy network. Every second counts, not a place you can be hanging around for long at all. If it's not this one, it's the next one. False alarm. It's definitely the next one. No, not this one, it's definitely the next one.
Then, in a particularly difficult spot, Greg sees them.
Right, that's definitely hazard lights up there. That is the one. There's not a fat lot of room for us.
Oh, right.
We're going to get you onto Stafford Services southbound, so just stay here, then we'll be up and away.
The couple must stay behind the barrier for their own safety.
We've been down to London to see a play, and then broke down here. Glad to be getting away from this motorway.
What you got to bear in mind, you've got all of these lorries coming past at 50, 60, you've got cars at 70 miles an hour. So you just got to be on your guard at all times. Always watching your back. We're just going to very quickly strap the wheels, put the towing lights on, get passengers in, then get out of here.
With the car on board, Greg can't safely rejoin the motorway until Highways England close the nearest lane.
I'm a recovery driver. We're on the M6 between junctions 14 and 15 on the northbound. We just need a lane 1 closure to rejoin, please. I think there is a camera behind us on the opposite carriageway. Yeah, I'm giving it a little wave. Whether you can see me, I don't know. But yeah, as soon as you can shut it, mate, I'll be ever so grateful. Won't be too much longer. They're going to electronically shut down lane 1, then we can rejoin the motorway safely. So once that's in place, I'll then get you inside the vehicle. Okay, so just stay here for me. Nice one. Thanks, mate. Right, let's get out of here. We're not far from Stafford Services now. Softens the blow a little bit. What happened to your car that just cut out whilst driving? That's why you got an error code on your dashboard.
I was just getting no acceleration at all.
Right.
So that's when I pulled in, and then once I'd stopped, it wouldn't start again. So.
Right, well, you've done the right thing by getting yourself off that motorway, because the last thing you want to do is be sitting in a live lane on that carriageway.
Yeah.
And believe me, it happens, and that is not a nice experience for anyone.
Greg knows better than anyone the dangers of the M6. But today, 2 more relieved customers.
And now it's time to get back and get onto another one. Beautiful.
Magic.
An accident involving a lorry and 2 cars has caused disruption in the M6 northbound between junction 16 and 17.
Motorway Hotel customer Greg Berger doesn't have far to go for work.
Well done. Thank you for cutting me up.
As a recovery driver, the M6 is his boss.
This job that we're going out to now is a ambulance which has got a transmission fault.
Every year, ambulances are called out to hundreds of serious incidents on the M6, so getting them back in service is vital work.
We're coming off at junction 12. I don't think I'm going to squeeze through there, Sonny Jim.
Maybe if you breathe in, Greg.
Come on, give it a go.
At last, Greg spots his target, and the sooner he can get this ambulance back on the road, the better.
That'll be the one. Just checking for any signs of any major damage. So I'll just grab a few pictures. Vehicle breakdown, how can I help?
The calls for help from distressed motorists stuck on the M6 are never ending.
Calling from where, sorry?
But they're going to have to wait. The faulty gearbox means Greg has got a problem. Somehow, he'll need to move the stricken ambulance on his own.
Oh.
All 3.5 tons of it.
She's a bit of a heavy lump. Right, she's not moving. It's fine. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be cheeky and ask these lads to give me a push. Excuse me, could I be cheeky and ask for a very small push of this? Yes, bonus. Perfect, that is perfect. Thank you very much.
Greg's got the ambulance into position, but now there's another problem. He's got an unhappy HGV on his back.
Trust all these lorries to come now. Everything all just comes at once. Quite 5 minutes ago and now it's carnage, so just going to pull it round there and let the car park flow. Well, that is the ambulance all loaded up. Obviously, the car park was very quiet when we first got there. Everybody turned up out of nowhere. Where there were lorries waiting to turn in. That is the way the cookie normally crumbles in the vehicle recovery industry. Just as you're about to do a job, everything just goes like hell. Vehicle breakdown. Stafford Services northbound. Yeah, what vehicle is it, please?
Roads in the county, there's a lorry having a tyre change on the inside lane of the M6 between junction 13 and 14 northbound, with a lane closure currently in place. That's causing a bit of a backlog at the moment. Elsewhere, the A34 is slow moving due to roadworks and the traffic light pothole repairs that seem still...
Vehicle breakdown, how can I help?
Motorway Hotel customer and recovery operator Greg Berger has just had a call from a stricken motorist.
We do offer service normally around 60 minutes from point of booking, so it will be quite quick as well.
A delivery van needs a new tyre urgently.
We've got a live job on the motorway between junctions 15 and 16. He has got a blowout and we need to get there as fast as we can.
Like the hotel, Greg very much relies on the M6 to bring in customers.
We got one! We got one! Okay.
And if his phone isn't ringing, then his wheels aren't turning, and he ain't earning. But there's a problem that could delay him today.
got to quickly shoot back to the yard.
He's in the wrong vehicle for a tyre change.
We need to go and swap vehicles for one of our mobile tyre vans because that is kitted out to do a whole mobile tyre change at the roadside. But the timer is now ticking. I've just put my compressor on just to get it warmed up so I've got no issues when I get to the job.
Greg doesn't want to leave anything to chance working at the side of the busy motorway.
I always like to just get it on so I've got full air when I get there.
But he'll be cutting it fine to reach his customer on time.
Let's go.
Just a few miles from the Motorway Hotel, recovery op Greg Berger has a priority 1 breakdown.
The gentleman has suffered a blowout on the driver's side rear tyre.
Greg's promised the driver that he'd be there within the hour, but as ever, he's at the mercy of the M6.
Time is ticking. Just past this bridge.
Nearing the casualty vehicle, it's essential to let other road users know what he's doing.
I'm going to indicate left, I'm going to put my warning beacons on, and I'm going to damp my hazard lights on and off, on and off. There he is. Right.
Before he can get to work, Greg first needs to ensure he and the driver are safe.
Oh yeah, all right. A little bit flat, isn't it, that one? You just want to come and stand behind my van, somewhere around here, mate, and that'd be brilliant for me, and I'll get all of it done for you, all right? The hardest part of this is jacking it up. I think the van's going to be pretty loaded, so just have to fight it a little bit.
But the van driver, Tony, has an answer for that.
I do chip shop paperweight, news, packaging. That's what I do. And I've got a 1.5 ton on my van, fully loaded. I was coming down on the middle lane with 70, just got a blowout, and I managed to get over onto this lane here to pull in.
Greg needs Tony to be his eyes and ears while he works.
We're 1 metre away from a running motorway. HGVs, lorries, cars and vans doing 80 miles an hour. You just got to be switched on and get that job done as efficiently and as quickly as possible. You don't want to waste any time.
But this one isn't going as well as he'd hoped. Vital seconds are ticking by because Tony's van is loaded to the gills and is proving to be a tricky customer.
Just trying to get underneath it was quite hard.
As soon as Greg gets the van off the ground, he can get to work removing the trash tyre.
There we go. Here is the culprit.
There's nothing left of it. While swapping vehicles ate into the call-out time,
Do you know what tyre pressure you want going in? About 50, 55? Yeah.
this van has all the equipment on board to allow Greg to change, replace and inflate the new tyre.
Ready to rock and roll.
It might not have been the speed of an F1 pit stop, but Greg is happy that it's another motorway earner out of the way. The final job for Greg, before he can depart the scene himself, is to ensure Tony gets safely back onto the motorway.
Don't go straight back into the carriageway. No. Build up your speed on the hard shoulder first.
Yeah, I feel better now, getting going again. Okay,
Cheers.
thank you. Thanks.
Another job well done. Keep going, Grandad. Come on, keep going. Time to get off this motorway and back into safety. Let's go.
It's right on mower, which is the same thing.
Looking at the cameras now, traffic is flowing smoothly from junctions 12 through to 17. A wide load is expected to cause disruption between 12 and 16.
And just a couple of miles away on the teeming M6,
Vehicle breakdown. How can I help? Stranded.
motorway recovery operator Greg is on his way to a call from a stranded courier just a few miles off his usual patch on the M6.
Be very quick to get you up and running, get the rest of your parcels delivered.
The driver is on a very tight schedule and needs Greg's help fast.
See you soon, thanks. And he sounded pretty distressed and pretty panicked because he's obviously very time sensitive with his job. And obviously the more time he's off the road, the longer it's going to be getting parcels delivered on time.
Time is money, so it's important to get these types of call-outs completed as quickly as possible.
Let's go get it done.
Greg prides himself on getting to customers fast. It's pedal to the metal to try and make it to the scene within 30 minutes with 2 new tyres.
That phone rings, you drop what you're doing, go.
Off the motorway, 1 junction later, Greg starts panning and scanning for the casualty vehicle.
Alright, we're nearly there. I think it's like an SUV type of shape. Where are you? Ah, here he is, he's waving. That'll be the man. That'll be the man that can. Oh, yes.
Within 25 minutes of receiving the call, he's made it.
Okay. Morning. I would ask how you are, but I think I know the answer.
His customer, Jerry, has had his courier round stopped in its tracks.
I was out delivering parcels, pulled onto the curb here, and both my tyres have gone instantaneously. Checked the curb, and there's one of the curbstones is off at an angle where it shouldn't be, and that's obviously presented a sharp edge, which has ripped both my tyres out, so I'm not happy.
Have you got your locking nut?
Because obviously I'm out delivering parcels, everyone's got an ETA of my arrival, and so I've had to reset all my ETAs.
The pressure is now on Greg to deliver.
One old one.
Get the car tyres changed as quickly as possible and get Jerry moving and a grooving.
Putting a bit of tyre soap on, which makes it a lot easier to get the tyre onto the wheel stroke the bead. So just balancing up the wheel now, putting some weight on. That'll stop him getting any funny vibrations on the steering wheel.
Rubber on the rim, he's nearly ready to go.
Beautiful.
The only thing that could slow him down now is running low on air.
Sweet.
All fixed.
Cheers, Greg. Appreciate it, mate.
No problem at all.
Within just 30 minutes of arrival, Greg's got Jerry back where he belongs, on the road.
The parcels are now going to get delivered straight away. It was a smooth operation, and he can get on with the rest of his day, and then so can we.
But Greg's barely stopped waving at Jerry in the rearview mirror before the phone's ringing. Again.
Vehicle breakdown, how can I help?
And this time, it's a voice he knows.
Moat House. Owner's got it stuck all right. He has got it stuck.
Hotel boss Chris has been involved in an incident, and he's called the man with the van.
Dear.
Semi-retired owner of the Motorway Hotel, Chris, may have handed the day-to-day running of the business over to his daughter Emily, but nowadays the gardens are his kingdom. But this morning, there's a problem.
Disaster strikes.
Unlike driving on the M6, there's no other traffic to contend with. But Chris has somehow managed to be involved in an incident.
Lawnmower's gone in the stream. Quite a lot of dew on the ground. I'm cutting really close to the edge of the bank, which I don't normally do. I'm in a bit of a rush, and lesson learned.
The mower is heavy and very expensive. Manhandling it out is a non-starter.
The Moat House owner's got his lawnmower stuck.
Who are you gonna call? Why, local rescue superhero Greg Berger.
So second job of the day is getting his mower out. It happens, but not obviously every day of the week. Bloody hell, Trouble. How are you? Right. I bet you had a bit of a fright when it started going, didn't you? Well, all we need is your wheels to probably be somewhere here. And once I've got you here, I can go back a bit more and then give you that bit more of a pull. So, yeah, I think if we get it to somewhere, it'd be a bit more stable and sturdy then.
Chris couldn't have crashed in a more awkward spot if he had tried. A steep incline with no room on the bank to position Greg's truck properly.
Some ground pins that can go in the ground here, then I can just pull it straight in a straight line. But if I'm pulling it a little bit this way. It's quite low down. It should be okay, but it might just throw it a little bit. But all we can do is try. And if it looks a little bit,
Shouldn't have parked it there, should I?
well, not really. But hey, these things happen. So let's get it out. That'll do.
Greg plans to rescue the stuck mower with his 4x4's winch and waste no time in getting set up for the first pull.
Delays you getting the grass cut for the day, doesn't it?
But ride-on mowers aren't usually involved in collisions, so there are no places to attach a winch.
It's the strongest part.
And Greg's nervous about wrecking a machine worth a small fortune, never mind being unsure if it can take the strain.
Is the handbrake on or? Yeah. Let's see how it goes, eh?
It's the moment of truth.
Fingers crossed.
Coming up,
Class is in neutral at the minute, is it?
can Greg get the lawnmower king back on his steed?
All we can do is try.
She gets the seating on it.
Hotel owner and overly keen gardener Chris Lewis has been involved in a vehicle-based incident.
Got a winch up and we just pull it backwards.
He has ridden his pride and joy into a ditch and is blaming it on slippery conditions underfoot.
Class is in neutral at the minute, is it?
Luckily for him, man for all seasons Greg Berger has arrived to take charge.
All we can do is try.
With the help of a heavy-duty winch and some street smarts,
Absolutely sweet.
Greg saves Chris's blushes.
And I think that'll more or less come out on its own in a second.
Or in this case, hotel owner in distress.
Beautiful. Happy days.
Happy days. Cheers.
No problem at all.
Is that the first lawnmower rescue you've ever done?
No. First one today. I have done one before in a customer's back garden who was cutting lawn and it got dead wet, and then he got his lawnmower stuck. He then put his Range Rover in to get his lawnmower out. That got stuck.
That is reassuring.
Yeah, I've done before.
Crisis over, Chris can get back to what he loves doing best.
Greg saved the day. Hopefully it'll be another few years before I park the mower in the street.
And as for Greg,
What a job. What a job. Hope I get a free bacon sandwich now anyway. So, yeah, well, happy with that. Good result. It's out and he's mowing the lawns again.
So that's the end of the Channel 5 The Motorway Hotel, which was filmed at the Moat House earlier on in the year. I hope you all enjoyed the few little small clips of myself being on there. It was a really good company to basically do the work for and with. Yeah, it was all really cool. I actually enjoyed it. It's quite cool, quite different. A little bit different than my normal, like the BBC Midlands Today programmes. But yeah, it was really good actually. So hopefully looking forward to another little something similar very soon. But yeah, that's it. The next batch of videos coming out might just be the last few ones that I've got on my laptop before the GDB weekly starts, because once that's started, I don't want to really go with all top quality videos by a professional media company to then go back to me on a chest cam. So I might be having a little push to get all of my older videos out there, and then it's all going to be very professional moving forwards. There might still be the odd video that I do myself, because a media man that I'm going to have like once, maybe twice a week, doesn't mean I'm going to get him at 10 o'clock at night for a car that's rolled down a ditch. So there might still be the odd ones with me doing it, but overall I want to keep a good consistency of quality videos for you all to enjoy. Got quite a bit of Gareth Gates going on at the minute, so I'm going to log off. But yeah, thanks for watching, keep it up, and then see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Mr. GDB over and out. Okay, let's go. And the Ford Fiesta is for sale, £2,500. Send me a DM if you're interested in buying it. She's ready to go with a brand new MOT.